So as many of you guys have heard, the day trading rule is about to possibly be loosened. Right now, there's a proposition that's about to get voted on where it would take the PDT rule under the US that currently has a limit, pretty much a threshold of $25,000 that an account must carry to be a margin account with unlimited day trades. This rule and this proposition would change it that instead of that $25,000 threshold, which to some and to many, right, is a relatively high threshold to have when you're just getting started, to bring it down to $2,000. So in this video, I wanted to break down what this rule means, what it can be for beginners, but also the pros and cons. And unlike my other video where I was extremely biased based off of the hundreds of people that engage with me that are just getting started and always comment on my YouTube video and sharing the common mistakes that they make. So obviously I was a little bit more biased, but I love talking about both sides and I really hope that you see that being expressed within this video. I hope that it earned your thumbs up, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. So for those that do not know, the rule is pretty much proposing that the change would be that from a margin account, investors with less than $25,000 as of right now are only allowed to day trade 3 times within a 5 business day period. Meaning that if you buy and sell a stock within the same date, that is a day trade. And if you buy and sell it again, then again, that's 2 day trades. And you only have 3 of those within 5 business days. So I do see how that is a form of a limitation as many would see it. This proposition would reduce and lower that threshold to $2,000. In my opinion, that is incredibly low. And individual brokerages would make their own margin calculation and decision as the minimum balance that the customer needs to day trade. So the existing rule was put in place to protect investors from massive losses and borrowing more than they can actually cover. But industry executives say that the markets have evolved since the adoption in 2021. I want to remind you, this is after the dot-com crash. This is when they implemented this rule, spurring Finra to review the current requirements. So I wanted to list the pros and cons, and I wanted to be very open with this, right? The PDT rule. So why do I see the PDT rule to not be the worst rule out there? I do agree when I really begin to think about it, the $25,000 threshold is high. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. One comment said it very well where it's like, oh, like this guy just, speaks like with a silver spoon. And I don't want my videos ever to come off that way. What I want you to understand is I should have better articulated why I see value in a restriction. I believe that the PDT rule, because it does limit anyone with under $25,000, it encourages beginners to be selective with the stocks that they choose to trade, to wait for more high quality setups. In my opinion, when someone is just getting started, it is most ideal for them not to be over trading or trading as much as they want to. They should be shown the foundation to build a criteria, to build a trade plan, and being honest with you, a lot of this is going to take time to first even understand, build that criteria, but on top of that, to find stocks that actually meet that criteria. And I believe that if traders were always encouraged when they're just getting started to be that selective, again, they would perform better, even with the 3 day trades. When using a margin account, you are capable of using leverage. This limits you on how many times you can leverage yourself. So what I wanted to explain, and we can kind of get into this a little bit later, is that the reason that there is mainly this rule is because it's a margin account. Often when it comes down to these trades, especially depending on the stock it is that you might be trading, it could be a blue chip company or it could be a very volatile stock. And depending on your trading platform, they offer you leverage, which means that if you have $5,000 in your trading account, they might allow you to trade with $10,000, or they might allow you to trade with 3x or 4x leverage, $15,000, $20,000, but you only have $5K. Again, because you have margin, because it's more money than you actually have in your account, I believe that's even more exposure to risk. So that is why I was originally okay with the PDT rule. I don't believe the PDT rule is bad. With the $25,000 threshold, that's a different story. Maybe bringing it down to $10,000 seems a little bit more feasible. I still think that $2,000, in my opinion, and that's all it is simply way too low. Too many people have access to $1,000 or $2,000, and I believe it will only enable people to lower the paywall, allow more people in the gates, not encourage them to be selective or to have a plan, and just continue to overtrade. In my opinion, it will be only a quicker road to zero. So what are the cons of this PDT rule, of the current $25,000? And I wanted to be very open-minded. You can get stuck in a trade or flagged for 90 days if you exceed the PDT rule. One of the most common comments in my previous video, which I do appreciate because again, I love being open to feedback, was that you guys took a trade, it began to go south, and you knew that if you cut losses or you sold, you would have been you were already at that kind of like threshold, so you would have either been flagged as a PDT or flagged under the PDT rule, and it would have restricted you for the remaining 90 days. So that is why you didn't cut losses. In my opinion, I view that as an excuse. I believe that if you are one trade away from being flagged as, under the PDT rule, you should have not taken that trade. You should have always been aware before you take the trade that, hey, this thing can go south. I believe that it was poor planning, and I still do believe that. But I get it that you did choose to take it, and yes, maybe you would have cut losses appropriately, and maybe you have that all figured out where you would cut losses, but I believe that you should have gone a step ahead and thought that, yes, even though you might have not intended to close the trade today, you're flagged, you've taken already 3-day trades. You should not be taking the fourth one because you know it can lead to a potential loss, and if you have to manage your risk, you don't want to be flagged under the PDT rule. That's the way that I see it, but I get it. Yes, it does kind of restrict you or makes you second guess cutting losses because then you'll get flagged for the next 90 days. So if you are capable and competent as a trader, you are limited to 3-day trades versus unlimited. I believe, and I have seen people that have gone through our LPP lesson library where they're just much more disciplined than I was when I first got started. They learn from their mistakes. They don't make the same mistake over and over again. They are being selective with those 3-day trades, and they're kind of checking off all the boxes that you would want a beginner trader to have. They're consistent, they're disciplined, they're competent, and they're structured, they're intentional. Yes, those few people that actually do take trading seriously are restricted because of this PDT rule. And it's important also to acknowledge that. So statistics show that other countries, I wanted to also look at the stats, other countries versus the US, because the US is one of the only countries that has this PDT rule restriction, is that, other countries perform just as well, but they don't have the PDT rule, and we do. I believe that the US is a very unique country in comparison to the rest. It's just my personal opinion. I believe those stats can be skewed, but nonetheless, I did want to share that because it does highlight that, hey, it doesn't make that much of a difference by offering people possibly unlimited trades. And now just things to consider. Cash account versus alternative, or cash account alternative. So what I mean by that is another common question in my previous video when I talked about the PDT rule, people were, I would say, commenting in a very entitled way that said, hey, this is my money. And if I want to trade it as much as I want to, I should be able to. It's my money. What business does the government have or these brokerages in restricting me? It's not your money. Cash accounts offer you the ability with no PDT rule to trade as much as you want to with your money. But that means that just like a bank account, and when you transfer your money, it takes time for it to settle. So if you're okay with giving it that 1-day settlement period, then just switch over to a cash account, because then you're right. It is your money and you're able to do whatever it is that you want with your money. But with a margin account, you're able to use leverage, which means more than what you actually have, and it settles right away, which again is not your money. It's being on margin. So again, it's important to understand what it is that you actually have versus what it is that you think that you have. So cash accounts, and some might say offshore accounts. And in my opinion, I would never sign up for an offshore account. It's in your best interest to make sure that your brokerage is established in the US and goes by US guidelines. It's just going to be the safest and, in my opinion, the best experience for you as a trader. Something that you can explore is even something like Mumu, which offers huge sign-up bonuses for traders that are looking to switch to a more advanced trading platform. This is the Mumu trading application. Not only do they allow you to backtest any algorithm that you either use as one of their presets, or you can create one on your own based off of your own trading strategy. You backtest it, you test it just like we did, a 15% return, a $1,500 gain. And once you have it working just like you want it to, you can actually implement it on a real trade. And you might be asking, well, this doesn't seem very beginner focused. You're right. It's tailored to more of the experienced trader. So if you're tired of your beginner trading platform, this is something that you have to test out. And for a limited time right now, you can have an initial deposit of anywhere from $100 to $5,000 and receive a huge sign-up bonus. On top of that, they have an 8.1% APY, which means that you earn 8.1% on any uninvested funds. So even while you're still learning and your funds are just sitting in your account, you are still earning. Again, if you want to download Mumu to learn more, first link in the description down below. And with that being said, the second thing that I want to make sure I highlight is payment through order flow. A lot of you guys might have seen that over 50 brokerages sent a letter to Finra requesting them to reconsider this PDT rule. A lot of people cheered these brokerages on, and they thought that it was in their best interest as individuals, retail traders, that they're looking out for you. I want to remind you, any brokerage that offers free or commission-free trading platform, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's payment through order flow. This is public knowledge. They make money, a few cents off of every share it is that you buy based off of what they offer it to you at versus what they actually get it for. An example would be is they might get the stock at $1.08, but they might say that you got filled at $1.10, making 2 cents per every share it is that you got filled on. They make it every time that you buy and every time that you sell. So therefore, it would be a direct incentive for them to have retail traders, which is where the masses are, to have unlimited day trades. Because at that point, again, they're not charging you commission, but they're making money payment through order flow. Just something to take into consideration where, yes, you can see that they're vouching for you, but I want you to understand to kind of see why. And the last thing is, I believe that if you cannot successfully trade with 3 trades within a 5 business day period, what makes you think that you'll be able to do it with unlimited trades? That's just how I see it. I believe that a lot of people, when they're just getting started, because the paywall has been made so accessible and available to anyone, the more you lower the paywall to anything, the higher the failure rate will be. And I think that as you lower this barrier of entry to unlimited trades, will only enable traders to overtrade, have no trade criteria, have no trade plan, and the road to zero will simply be expedited. That's just my opinion. That's just what I've experienced based off of the feedback that I've gotten before. And you guys know that, again, I win nothing or I lose nothing by sharing this opinion or not allowing you guys, or not necessarily not allowing you guys. I don't vote on this, right? So it doesn't matter what I think. It's just, you just have to understand why I might think this way. You know that I've always tried to look out for beginners. And I believe that beginners as a whole and for the masses often make the most mistakes when they're just getting started. And I believe that if with this restriction, if you could see it as an empowerment to be selective, it can help establish healthy rules and a foundation in the beginning in which a trader can later build off of once they are more consistent and have a proven system that works. Again, that means that you actually have to take time and it's not that instant gratification. But again, I understand that that's an extremely boring way in looking at this, but that's the way that I see it. Nonetheless, I wanted to share the pros and the cons of what I see of this proposition, and we'll see if it actually does pass. Nonetheless, I hope that you guys appreciated my breakdown. If you have any questions, feel free to share them down below. And don't forget, if you want to watch me trade live starting Monday, I trade live every single morning right at market open. And yes, it's designed for complete beginners. So every entry and every exit that I take, it's the second link in the description down below. You'll be able to watch me trade live as soon as the market opens. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.